Hi guys, so today we'll be trying out the Anna Griffin Wildflower Meadow scrapbooking collection that was a Today Special on HSN. I guess it's simply Wildflower Meadow. If it's still available, I'll go ahead and link in the description box. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. Again, it might be in the little shopping bag here. And at this point, it's only the single ship. The auto ship was part of the Today Special, and I did take it back pretty quickly because a lot of times I'll leave it open maybe for another day. Well, actually, they don't really do that, but I noticed like a die and press set that had an auto ship was open for like 2 weeks, which was really nice. But this one is only on single ship now, so if you like this, you can still pick this up. Of course, the pricing is not the Today Special pricing, but you know, sometimes we miss out and we still want to get it and we'll just go for it, right? So I'll have that link there. So hopefully you guys are receiving yours. I think most people are getting their orders in at this point. So yeah, we're just going to start. I will say it's a beautiful book. I love this scrapbook. I do like the like photo album kind of method here, like a regular binder, because I know the other ones with the metal posts are great and you can make them taller and bigger. Do you actually ever do that? I don't. I'm like, oh, this thing's getting really big because it starts getting bigger and bigger in a way that's not great. Now this is still going to do the same thing, but at least you already have some give with just having the little hoops, right? So I appreciate that. I will say it has some really pretty ivory or like off-white cardstock already in here. It's, I'm assuming, Anna Griffin cardstock. It's good stuff. I felt it in the first video, the unboxing, and it's a really nice weight in there already. So you can definitely build off of those. Basically, we're going to use the Anna Griffin papers. I will say that the page that I want to make today, and maybe I'll make both, or basically when you make a layout, it's usually left and right, and they're usually the same, unless you make it continuous that maybe your photos are in different spots or something like that. But generally, it's like a mirror image of one page to the other is usually how people scrapbook, but you can do whatever you want. It's your scrapbook, right? Like I said, you can definitely build off these pages, just add the pretty things. How pretty would that be, actually? Just have just a really nice basic background, maybe some of the matte layers with the photos and the pretty flowers, you know? I think it'd be really nice. But we're going to be using our papers. Now, the idea I had when, I was looking at some of the samples, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do that one. I don't know if it's going to be in the what does she call it? Her little classes. Oh my gosh, what are they called? I was like design room. It's not called design room. Finishing school. There you go. You'll have a code up here, and you'll type it in, and it should give you access to the classes that are for, this product. If it doesn't work, just email them, and they will hook you up. But sometimes I hear, I think it's better now. I haven't heard that complaint in a while, but most people, back in the day, not most, a lot of folk would be like, it's not working, kind of thing. Basically, I was going to make something like this. Okay, but turned sideways, like this middle one. So I don't know what the numbers are on that because obviously it's a sample. You're looking at it like this, I would guess, and that's what I was going to do with this first one, the first square, obviously 12-inch papers. But that first matte layer, I was going to do a 10-inch square and then probably 8 inches. We'll see on that one. The one I was looking at is kind of turned, and I'll show you an image of it. But this is a very simple one. What I was going to say is if you do any layering like this, you are going to run out of paper because you have 24 pieces of paper, right? Your book has 12 pages left and right. So that's already 24 pieces of paper that you just need, right? Your background papers. So if you start cutting into papers and layering like this, you are going to run out of paper. Now, let me make sure it has 12. I'm pretty sure it has 12. Maybe it only has 6. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, it actually has 10. So, I'm talking about the inserts. Okay, well, you're... depending on how much layering you do, you may or may not run out of paper. What's a bummer is that you can't just get the paper right now. I haven't checked Anna's site, but I checked it last week when I was looking at, the crop at home stuff. She was having like a sale before the crop at home, and I didn't see it there. So hopefully they'll start selling just this or just the paper soon, because you are definitely going to run out of paper, especially with what I'm going to do today. So as you can see, I didn't put the flowers away from the last time we used them. So I'm going to put those away in just a moment because I don't need them quite yet. But I do want to show you the image that I had seen, and so I just took a screenshot of it. And so this is what I wanted to do for you guys today. Obviously, I'm not going to put as many flowers because I just don't, but I'll put some. But your background piece obviously is 12 inches. I'm assuming that one's 10, but maybe it's Maybe it's like 9. And then this guy, there's another piece over the top. But what I want to do is fussy cut this one out of this background paper so you're not wasting 2 sheets just for the background and then this top piece. So we're going to do like a gutting, basically. And then this other one's going to cover it, is what I'm hoping. I did want to show you what I thought was funny, and this is not what I like to do, and so we're not doing that much stuff. I don't know, Rose, but what I wanted to show you an example of what I don't like to do, which again is just covering a ton of stuff up. So this one, they fussy cut this, as you can see this border. So it was cut into the paper because the paper has that design, right? The paper is in this kit. So they kind of cut into it, probably with a craft knife, and then they put this pretty border in the background, right? So it's one of your border strips. And it looks like it's even 2 of them, possibly just the one, but it looks like at least one of the strips, right? One thick one. And by the end of it, do you even see it? It's peeking out right there. And like, what a waste, in my opinion, right? Because it's back here. You don't even see it coming out of the top or anywhere else. Maybe right there. So to me, it's like, I can't do that, you guys. I don't like covering things up. Why was that even put there, you know? And that is something you will see, a theme. It's so funny. I had just seen another video where Anna's talking about, she says, in her opinion, flat is not fabulous, but for scrapbooking, you know, it is. And it just made me laugh because, like, yeah, I know, but it's more mailable, you know? So, I mean, you know, to each their own. But to me, I don't make things too high. And it seems like you guys appreciate that, to see, like, kind of the Anna Griffin feel, but, you know, just not so over the top. So, this was not my favorite paper. I had mentioned that before, this design, so I'm happy to cover it up. The only problem is the back of this paper is so pretty. I would not want to cover that, but, you know, we're going to do what we're going to do. So we do need 2 of this, right? This is going to be my background, like the background paper. And I'm going to go with what she has going. So just, you know, however. So she has this one, and it looks like she's using this paper. I mean, either one of these is pretty, whichever one you like, but it looks like she's using this one. Unfortunately, we're going to have to cut into 2 of these to make this work, because that's just how it's going to be. So I'm using the one that's like white, the ivory, not the light blue background. But you can use light blue one, whatever you want. Again, it's your project, guys. It's my project. And whatever you come up with is great. Okay, so this, actually we're going to cut into in just a moment here. What I want to do first is kind of, I don't know, I feel like this is like a 10-inch, I mean, I was thinking, because it's 12 inches, if you do 10 inches, that's an inch all around smaller. And I think that's what she has going there. So I'm going to do is cut these guys down. We're going to put this one to the side for right now. We're going to gut this in a minute. And actually, we'll probably use the paper trimmer for that, because why not? So let's just get to it, guys. I don't have any pictures right now. I'm going to have to go print out some pictures. That's the other thing. I'm like, oh my goodness. Thousands of pictures. And I don't remember the last time I developed. They're not developed anymore, are they? But anyway, the last time I actually had them printed. But let's say a 10-inch square. And again, I'm eyeballing this. Not eyeballing. I'm eyeballing the example. So 10 inches square. And why I didn't cut the other one yet is because I'm going to cut another one just like this from the other sheet, because we're going to need it for both pages. Again, you usually do a mirror image. Is like if this was sitting here, yeah, I mean, that looks about right. From that image, I need to know what size this square is right here, because it's just turned on its side, right? So it's pointy right there. So I was gonna say, oh, probably 8 inches or something like that, but we don't really know that. So what I'm going to do is line it up where I think the very center of this is, to just about the center of that, and just kind of have an idea of how big this square might be. I don't think it's going to be something funky. I hope not. So from here to like here, let's give ourselves a measure. And make sure you drop things on the way to do that. Okay, let's see. Ooh, okay, about 7-inch square. I would say 7 inches. It's a little bit, maybe it's 7 1/4, but 7 is perfect. Like, that's good enough, right? That's all we need to know. So I'm gonna put this to the side for a moment. And basically we want to get a 7-inch square out of the middle of this. So if this is 12 inches, that means we're gonna leave 2.5 inches all around. All right, guys, 2.5 inches times 2 is 5. And we need 7. So I'm going to, you know, put it wherever you feel more comfortable. I guess I can just bring this in. And let's say 2.5. 2.5 is right here. Right? 2.5. And then you're going to start 2.5 inches in, and hopefully your trimmer has markings. So I'm going to use all these little guides to help me start this at 2.5. And I'm just going for it, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay? So let's go 2.5, and you're going to finish it at, what is that? Let's say 1, 2.5, at 9.5. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. So bring it all the way down to where the marking is at 9.5. So right there, I'm going to stop. Okay. We just have this guy. So I'm going to turn it to the other direction and line this up at 2.5. And if I want to, since I'm already at the 9.5, I can start it there. Just make sure it's at 9.5. I know that might be out of the screen. Is that as far up? Okay, let me move this a little bit. Can you see it a little better? It's down here at 9.5. Way down here, guys. So it's already at 9.5. This is lined up straight. I'm going to push this all the way up to 2.5. To where we started. It's a little scary, I know. Right up there. It doesn't matter if you cut into this because it's going to be buried in the back. You're not going to see it anyway. Ooh, but I will say that is perfect. Okay, it's already at 2.5. I'm going to turn it to the next side to 2.5, and I'm going to line this up at 2.5 inches. Let's make sure it's nice and straight all the way down. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I went a little far on that one. Okay, so after tooting my own horn, I'm a little bit, I went too far on that one. I don't know what happened there, but that's okay. So we'll line it up at 2.5. And again, you can just, I guess that's the other way we could have done it. 2.5 plus 7, right, is 9.5. So anyway, so bring it all the way down to 9.5. That's another way to do your math. I just kind of counted backwards. Okay. Yeah, I went an inch over on that one. You guys probably saw me line it up wrong. Okay, last side. Line it up at 2.5. Again, nice and straight. Starting it off at the 9.5, just because I'm already here. And bring it up to 2.5. I honestly have no idea how I went 1 inch further on this one. But again, we're going to cover that, so it's not the biggest deal. Okay. And so we gutted that. We're going to use this guy to top our paper with. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the second piece. I don't know if this paper has a upside, downside. It looks like maybe it should go this way. You see the little flowers look like they're more facing up. Or it could go like this. I mean, whatever. But do the same thing on both of them, whichever direction. So we have this guy that's gutted. We have this guy that we're going to bring in and stick right here. And then this guy that's going to be in the center. And you guys, I think we have it. Look at that. I know in the example it was just a little bit, not quite, you know. You could probably do 7.25 if you wanted to, but that's pretty good. Okay, so that's our base. I'm not doing anything right now to pick these up or flatten, you know what I'm saying? They're just gonna be flat. So let's get some glue on here on the very edge. And again, you can do whichever color combination you want. I just kind of went with the example. But there we go. Everyone, do what you like. I'm trying to see about these little dragonflies. There's a ton of dragonflies over here. That's cute. Okay. Oh, get out of the way, buddy. And, I mean, if you want to bring a T-square to help you see that you're exactly where you need to be, go for it. I'm just laying this down. I should make sure this paper is 12 inches square. I know sometimes some papers are 13 inches that are on a Griffin for some reason. Okay, we're good. And then it looks funky. Okay, so then this guy, I mean, if you wanted to use that side, you could. I do like that side better, but for this one, you kind of have to have it bounce off what's going on here, right, to make it different. Just place this wherever you want, but what I'm saying in the orientation, but obviously you want it to go right down the center, here, here, and there. And I'm going to do the same thing with the second page, the one that's going to be opposite this. So I will be right back. of 2 pages that are basically exactly the same. Again, you don't have to do that, but generally if you're doing scrapbooking, you have like mirror images. So if you had like a square photo here and then like a rectangular one here, you would do the same thing, square, rectangle. So it's like mirrored. And it just looks nicer. And having been on yearbook from when I was like a sophomore, which it was a upperclassman class, but since I did so well in school, I was able to become a yearbook staffer when I was a sophomore. You want things facing in. Like if you have an image of somebody and they're looking at, you know, a mountain over here, you want them looking this way, and the same thing with this one looking this way, and it does look better. If they're just looking out into God knows where, it just is weird. So whenever you're choosing your images, just think about things like that, rules of thirds, all those kinds of things that make things more attractive. Okay, so anyhow, for this one, I think it's going to be basically both things are centered in the middle here. And then you can use your image. But still, again, even if it's just the one image in the center, make sure people are looking that way or this way, depending on what you're doing. For this one, we have a matte layer here, so let me grab those. I said I was going to put the flowers away, didn't I? But I did not. Okay, so again, if you want to put borders here, I mean, make it your own. These are just things to start off with. I don't know if they use the larger matte layer or the smaller one. Like, how would I know? I can't tell. So, again, at this point, it's what you want. I can kind of tell by the size if I put it here. Yeah, that one's too big. So they probably use this one. And yeah, something like that. So like if you have this guy here, I'm going to take out another one because I'll use it on the other side. Again, same color, but if you want to use a different color, go for it. They did do their title on a little bit of a card. Well, that's interesting. I don't know where that card came from. Let me dig through here and pull out some stuff. I'll be right back. Feeling that's something that I just got from a different set because I thought, oh, maybe it's since it's gold or like lined, maybe it's in the gold accents. You know what I'm saying? Like the flourishes, like this pack. And also, I did put my flowers away. It just looked like they were scattered all over the place, but they were in their bag. So I did what I was supposed to do. Yeah, it's not in here. If you look, there's no like journaling tag that's different. These are the only journaling tags that we have here. So whatever they used here was obviously not from the kit, and I'm trying to stick to the kit, but that is something else. That's just something else. I don't know. So we will work on that. Like we'll see what we can do about that. I was gonna say maybe putting your words on something like this, and then tucking that there. Yeah, this one's kind of busy, but that's something to think about, right? On the back side of one of these guys. Or on the front, doesn't matter, but putting your words on that. I'm going to have to probably leave that off because when I place my picture in here, well, no, maybe they're okay. Maybe it's okay. I would like some more dimension. Like I will probably put my sentiment on some kind of paper to get that dimension. So let's just focus on this part right now. I'll put this here. And then, of course, we are going to, have our image there. So whenever I choose an image, I will stick that down. And I'm just eyeballing this, but when I go to put the second one, I'll make sure they're basically the same height and all that. Again, if you need a T-square, go for it. Otherwise, just eyeball it. It's just about here, a little bit of that little thing's pointing out right there. Sorry, guys. Let's see if we can get back. Okay, let me put this to the side. I obviously have not written anything on this yet, but they have the journaling tag kind of up here. I don't know which one they're using, but maybe the white one. That's pretty. It's kind of an interesting spot for that to be. If I have a title here, I think I'm going to put the journaling spot on the other one and just leave this alone, so then our title will be here. And, maybe we'll even just stick the title down. Why not? Let me see what this looks like. These are nice and thick. They can definitely stand on their own. Obviously, it's not going to be dimensional, but let's take this guy. Okay, come on, buddy. Let's say we have this dream. There's a little piece that can be taken off, so it looks much prettier. Like, let's say we have that there, and I took that out of the way so that my picture can be here. But if you had your picture already and you want that on there, go for it. How about that? Ooh. And then we'll put the journaling card on the other page, because it just feels weird to me to put it here. Okay. Just a little bit awkward. I don't know. It feels awkward to me. And then we'll start in with our flowers. So I'm just going to quickly, on this other side, go ahead and stick these guys down. Let me put some of these things away. I'll be right back. Wow, this camera is much better than my old camera as far as the angle here. These papers don't match up, just so you see that. Okay, let's see. Only because I can get almost the whole spread in here. That's pretty good. Let me adjust my lighting. It looks a little bit dark. Okay, so again, you can pull your T-square out, or a ruler at least, to go from one side to the other. It doesn't have to be perfect. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this guy down. I will say your kit does come with liner tape, so of course you can use that. I'm just using glue from my stash. And I'm kind of eyeballing like these little grid lines. Is the lighting off again? I'm telling you, it just does whatever it wants. That's a little bit crooked, I can tell. A little bit further in. Hold on. Come on. Okay, you're already sticking down. But again, if you're the type that bothers, then get yourself a ruler. Oh my gosh, the lighting has totally changed. See how it's okay? It's and then it just whatever. Okay. I just feel like this needs to be like here. And I would love to write on it, so I'm going to just stick it down for you guys just because I want you to see this, but I'm only going to put a couple of them, and I'll remove them so it'll be easy for me to write something later. So this is just a fake out for now. I just, I can go down here. I just feel like, again, just following along here. And then they put all their beautiful flowers in this corner and this corner. Like, to me, obviously this already has a lot going on with papers, if that's what you like. If you just want to put flowers here and here, that'd be really pretty. Wherever you want. I am not going to waste your time because obviously I'm going to dig through this and see what I like. Let me show you some of the flowers. So you kind of get a feel for them. Some of them are a little bit longer, like this one has its own thing going already. So I mean, if you want to place it there, that looks pretty already, or like over here. Kind of feeling like, I don't know. I just had some fall, I can feel that. And some of them are just more like this big single one. This one's a little bit taller also. Oh, that's so pretty. And then like this little guy. And then there should be left and rights. I don't know if I pulled any out that need left and right, but I guess this one should have a left and a right, huh? I used this one the other day in the Simply card making one. This guy's stuck together. That's a big boy. So just something to think about. Like, I don't know. I feel like, I know that in the example they had flowers like over here and all filled in and then over here. And for me, I feel like this one, if I did here and here, I guess that'd be okay. Okay. So let me choose some different things. Obviously you have your flourishes you can tuck in. You have little butterflies and dragonflies. So I'm just going to kind of go around and see what it is that I would like to tuck in different areas. I'll be back. About as much time as I want to spend on this. Okay, so I'm happy with what I did here. I don't like covering things up too much, and I want things showing, and we have layers, and these are dimensional stickers. I would really want this flower to go that way, but it's not. Again, I don't know, maybe if it was under there. I just, I thought there would be left and rights, and there aren't. On a lot of things there aren't, so that's kind of interesting. But they're just little piles, and this one I like the way kind of the stems are coming out this way, so it looks like a wildflower, So I'm just going to put glue. These are stickers. They are stickers, but for me to not have to pick these up, I prefer to just kind of tuck glue under them This one I'm going to put it over here so I can still put my picture under there, right? I didn't put any glue there. And a little more glue here. Get rid of that little excess glue. So I'm going to hold those down, and I'm just going to go around to all of them and do exactly that. So if I'm really happy with the placement, obviously if I still want to play with it, I think, it's not as great, or as, you know, what I would want. Like even that one kind of has me, I don't know. Maybe we can switch that guy going that way and put that guy up this way. Something, there's not a lot of them facing this way. That's part of my little issue here. I'm wondering, put that one higher up. I didn't want a lot of the stems showing and being like in the way. Maybe something like that. Maybe that one's better. I don't know. Okay, well I'm gonna go with this. That way my little flower is facing the way I wanted it to. Again, bring this back over here, and this can be right here. So I'm just gonna go underneath and glue these guys down without moving them too much. And I will be right back. Like this one, I know I can put some glue here. I can put the glue on this little guy. A little glue behind this one on top so I don't trap my picture or make it so I can't put my picture in there. Yeah, with all these, I'm just gonna go around and do that. Okay guys, so that is my page. I'll show you a little bit closer in just a moment because they came out really pretty. Of course, the subject matter, the stuff that you're using is pretty, so it's gonna come out gorgeous. I really would love to have some little pearls, which obviously I have in my stash, but I don't want to do anything that's like not in the kit. But some little pearls here and there would be very, very pretty. But yeah, I mean, look at the flowers. I just, the design of them are very cool. You know, as you're playing with them, I kind of see like, it looks like this one's coming up here and they're just like wildflowers, you know. So again, that's kind of what I was trying to go for, and I'm so sorry about the lighting. Why does it do that? Anyway, let's, no, closer is better. I don't know. But this one, I just did this one kind of climbing up, and then this guy, and with a little bit of flourish because I did the flourish over here. There were not left and rights on those, so that's why this one was kind of going out this way. I would love for it to curve up like this one, but oh well. What are you going to do? Over here we have the larger flower again. You're going to kind of mimic the one over here, some height, and then one kind of trailing in. And same thing over here. I try to just kind of trail them up with a little bit of a flourish. And then your journaling tag, and I think that looks really nice. So hopefully that's a simple one. Yeah, we're doing some gutting and something else that's kind of fun and maybe a little something that you can learn if you haven't done that before. It's very simple. Trying something new. Again, if you are layering papers, just know you might run out of paper. So this may be the last time I do that. I think I could do it one other time, right? I guess we have 24 papers, but we need 20 front and back, so 4 of them can be kind of this kind of thing. 4 pages that I can do that with. But okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I will continue. I don't know if I'm going to do one a week or one every day or whatever I feel like. Honestly, I'm very inspired right now. So hopefully we'll just maybe do one a day. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.